What's up, everyone? It is your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, aka Grace, and it's time for another 5 brands that dupe themselves, child. So I'm only at 3 brands this time, but y'all know it's just usually 5 products from brands that they've already come out with, that they came out with again. So let's get into it. So I'm gonna start out with Glam Light Girl. So I don't know if Michaela forgot she came up with these same glosses in the first collection as in the second one. I feel like she just added glitters to the second ones, and the first one she didn't. So I'm gonna swatch them. I ended up finding these at TJ Maxx for $5.99. I actually have one on my list right now, and that's going in a underrated versus overrated video because it's really similar to something else that I wanted to shout out that I feel like doesn't get enough praise. So I'm swatching the old gloss first, and I feel like it has the same sparkles to it and everything. It's just like they amplified the sparkles in the second one to justify like selling you the same colors again. Maybe it's just me. I'm hoping it's just me and I'm wrong, but like to me this looks like the exact same gloss from the first one, and they just changed the packaging. Like where do you see a difference? I don't see a difference. It's the same glittery gloss as the other one. See, they look the same. That's them on the hand. Do you see a difference? I don't, and I feel like you won't see a difference on the lip either. So what was the point of having both of them? I just don't understand what the point of both of them was. But you know, her collab can do as you please. I'm just trying to figure out why I needed 2 of the exact same gloss. But since I didn't have both sets, I didn't have both of the same glosses, so I guess it's okay for me. But the same thing with this one. Like I feel like this one's a little bit more on the champagne gold side, whereas this is more of the true like trophy white Fenty color gold one. So let me swatch the original one first. But I'm like, on the lips, they're going to look the same. So I don't see the purpose of it other than it having more sparkle in the new one than it does in the old one. But I don't know. Like, people saying she baby Jaclyn Hill is starting to make me think so. Because it's like I needed 2 of the same glosses from you. And those are the 2 golds in this container. Do you see a difference in them? Because again, I don't see a difference in them on my hands. Just like I don't see a difference in the other 2. I see a little bit more glitter sparkle in the new one than I do in the old one, but they're both clear, sparkly, like glosses. So what was the purpose? There was only the first collection that had like a pigmented one, and I preferred the pigmented one. That's the one I actually have on my lips right now, on top of a older lipstick. But like they could have kept that. Like I didn't need 2 of the same one. You could have came out with the second one or came out with it in the first one and called it a day. We didn't need both. We just didn't. So on to the next one. Y'all know I'm gonna have to bring this up. The Natasha Denona Love Face Palette alongside the Mini Love Palette. It's like, aren't these the same palette? Was I not properly informed? I mean, I know this one comes with face products now. And the interesting thing is with this one, now you can pop out the shades. But with the first face glam palette she came out with, or glam face palette she came out with, you couldn't pop them out. So I'm like, what is the purpose of having it where I can pop it now? I don't get it, but okay. Anyway, like, you see the pattern? Like, it's just 5 shades of like berryish tones with a little flush of pink or a flush of red instead. Like, you could have kept this because it's like we already had the face palette. The only difference is like the shade. This one shimmer in here is much more glittery and shimmery and impactful than in this one. But I mean, like, I feel like that's the only difference. I gave y'all an eye look with, I believe it was this or the Mini Love palette, telling y'all why y'all didn't need to get this. Y'all know I was gonna get it just for reference and to try out, because I do try out the Natasha Denona for you all. So I still ended up getting it. I told y'all if you wanted a video, let me know in another video. So you know, by the time this video goes up, you will have told me yes or no by then. But I just feel like it wasn't necessarily necessary. Now I know the shades are not the same. I can swatch them and show you they're not the same. But I feel like you can get a similar look in general with all the other like just mauve tone palettes she has like this. I didn't even bring the retro palette with me, or the Mini Love, or the Midi Love palette. It's like you have so many of these same tones. I feel like you're trying to turn to Pat McGrath now, where you come up with all these pink and rosy mauve tones. It's like we didn't need all that. So it's like you're gonna dupe yourself by making this color story how many times? So with this one, it's not literally like the colors are exactly matching like Michaela's lip glosses are. With this one, it's more of like you've made this type or this style of product like 5 and 7 times. It's like, how many times do we need it? You know how many times we need it. So the last one I have to talk about, of course, is none other than Mother. I love Mother, but Mother, how many times do we need these type of palettes? So these are the 2 dupes right here. I have the what is this? The Divine Rose palette alongside the Iconic Infatuation, if you all remember, and the Love Collection video. I showed y'all that these were the same, and I literally just covered up like I think 4 shades, and it was like the exact same palette. So it was like, what was the purpose? Yes, if I remember correctly, I did like this. And what do you see? Because I just see the same palette pretty much twice. It's like a little bit of a difference of a variation, but otherwise I see the same palette twice. Like, what do you see though? It's like, mother, how many times we need it? It's like she took out the special shades in the $65 one. And was like, yeah, you need this. And it's like, but mother, I don't. You forget you made this like a year ago or 2 years ago? Like, I don't need it again. I mean, and y'all know this is my color aesthetic when it comes to like, you know, nude or like, you know, everyday work makeup. Like mauve tones are it, but it's like, how many mauve tones do I need from you, mother? You done made like 5 and 7 and 10 rose palettes. That's why I was like, I guess Natasha was like, it's working for mother, so she gonna make it work for her too. How about that? So the last one, of course, I have another 2 of them. This is Sublime Seduction and the Utopian Dream, the one we were hoping had all these fun colorful shades in it, and they only had 4 colorful shades in it, and the rest of it was like, you know, take these peachy warm tone shades that I keep giving you over and over again that you're supposed to be excited about, even though I've given them to you 40 times. So again, I think I literally just covered up like the 4 fun shades in the palette, and it had the same pretty much tones as the big palette does. But let's see. Because I feel like that's what happened. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this one is a little bit more fun than this one, but it's like overall it's the same. They put a corally shade in here instead of an orange. That's the only difference I see. Because see, you still got the browns. This one just seems to be more peachy and corally, and this seems to be a little bit more leaning orange. But it's like, that means you still have these colors from mother. And you didn't need this, so I'm just like, child, like, I love you, mother, but I don't need these same colors 40 and 50 times over. And I feel like people are getting tired of her giving these same colors over again, and that's why we starting to find, people are starting to find stuff at TJ Maxx, because it's like, mother, how many times am I supposed to pay you these exorbitant prices for you repeating the same thing 50 times over? I know those are everyday tones, and that's your go-to, and that's what's safe. And that's usually what the market will bear. But it's like, if you selling it at a higher price than everybody else is giving me this same color story 50 times over, I'm gonna go with the people that's cheaper, because gas is high, everything in the world is high, and I don't have time to be paying you these absorbent prices for it. But y'all can comment down below and tell me what you think. I just feel like, since she keeps coming up with these same color stories 50 times over, I don't want to keep buying it. Maybe it's just me, but I don't want to keep buying it. Same thing with this. If you're going to collab with the person and they're going to give me the same glosses 50 times over, I don't really need these. Now, I got these at TJ Maxx with the other one that came in the set for like $6. So I mean, sorry, at Marshall's for $6. So I was okay with that. But it's like, if I had bought this the first go round at the regular price, and then I turn around and I wanted the lipsticks, and they force you to get the lipsticks with the glosses and all that, and I got these same glosses again, I'd be pissed. Because I'm like, girl, you trying it. You trying it a lot? And I'm not buying it. Oh, random side note, what do y'all think about this blush? Because believe it or not, I actually have an Attention Seeker from Patrick Starr and One Size Beauty, which I didn't think was going to work for my skin tone. So I'm just over here like glancing at myself like, yes, I'm here for it. Oh, and I forgot to tell y'all what's on my eyes before I started. My bad. So what's on the eyes is the Mystery Palette from Adept Cosmetics. I'll have a video coming up on it before you see this video, just because one of y'all requested it. But yeah, that's what's going on with the eyes, and that's what's going on with the cheeks. And Michaela's lip gloss is what's on the lips. That third lip gloss that I told you all went with this, that's in the box for another video. That's what's going on with the lips. But that's all I have for you all today. So you can comment down below and tell me if you agree or not. Like, aren't you tired of mother coming out with the same color stories 50 times over and thinking you're gonna pay her sorry, 120, I think it's $128 now instead of 125, because they had to go up because of the way the economy is. But you still give me the same 12 brown or mauve rose or whatever color shades. Like, I'm not feeling it. And I meant to say 10, not 12, because y'all know the motherships are 10. But you can comment down below and tell me what you think, because I'm kind of tired of it. I'm like, look here, mother, I'm need you to, you know, actually get some color. Do some color like you did in the Divine one. It don't need to be like a 10 pan, but I'll take a blue, green, purple palette like Morgan Turner was talking about. Like, just take the same shades from Celestial and Nirvana, put them as the special shades in the palette, and then just give us some fun, colorful jewel tone mats to go with them. That'll be a whole vibe for me. But those are my thoughts, and I want to hear yours down below. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.